A young liberal leftist type, social media content creator, being destroyed so bad in debate, he admitted himself to the emergency room and then posted photos of him at the hospital with an IV in. He claimed in a Twitter space hosted by Nuance Bro, we've had on the show before, that 30% of the entire black population are unarmed and killed by the police every year. Yes, he is. This is from Gain of Fauci on Twitter. Yes, he is claiming that over 13 million unarmed black people are killed yearly. Okay, the first thing I want to say is Nuance Bro swears every other word in this clip. Normally, we try to be family friendly with no swearing, but there's going to be a lot of swearing for you now because I do think you need to hear this. To this young man, Jeremy, who admitted himself to the ER, I will simply say, I hope you're doing better. You need to breathe in. The internet is not that serious. If people are criticizing you online because you were wrong about something, it's not the end of the world. You can always go play some soccer and breathe some fresh air. And maybe this job's not for you. But I think there is something profound in this moment that is worth talking about. So I'm going to play for you now this clip from Nuance Bro on Twitter and then show you the chain of events which led to the leftist losing the debate so bad he went to the ER. All right, we'll play it.
No. You're telling me 13.2 million black people are getting shot and killed unarmed every year.
There's context to that. There's definitely context to those numbers.
Dude, you're fucking crazy, dude. That's like a fucking Holocaust. And dude, every black person would be dead in like fucking 3 years. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. What are you saying?
Yet we're still dying.
Dude,
in record
the actual
numbers
answer
more
is
than white.
Jeremy, do you know what the actual answer is? Because I actually have the real numbers. You've clearly never done. This is I'm fucking mind blown right now, dude. The real number by Washington Post, keep tracks of this. Unarmed black people shot by police, men and women. It's usually like 10 people, dude. It's like 10, maybe like 20 in a year. Sometimes it's like 8. You know,
average is 19.
It's like
10 or 13 million.
Like 22, maybe. Like, that's what it is. Not million. Like,
I want to pause real quick and point a few things. This individual, Jeremy, is a content creator for Gen Z for Change, which is a liberal political action social media group. They try to argue that Gen Z is progressive. I think this is propaganda. I think the goal of a group like Gen Z for Change is to try and convince young people that all young people are progressive, and if you want to fit in, you have to be this way too. Conservatives need to get on board with this, but let me play this for you so you can hear. After being told 13 million black people are not being killed every year, listen to how he responds.
That's just total. Do you believe that?
I'm going to have to do more research. If you send me the link, I'll look.
You were claiming like fucking, what was the number, Jonathan?
30% of 44 million.
13.2 million. You said 30% of the entire black population. That is crazy.
Roughly, yeah. I actually
dude,
believe
that is insane.
Like 20 to 30%.
Dude, legit, if Harry and Chris were in here even right,
he said, I actually believe that like 20 to 30%.
Double down.
They would be like, dude, what the fuck? We got to tell Elise to fire this guy. This guy's fucking nuts. Like, he's out of his fucking mind. He's smoking more crack than fucking Hunter Biden. Like, this is insane.
I thought that Lance...
That's two Chicago's worth of black people.
Yeah.
I can't believe
listen.
Like, they don't have enough bullets to fucking do that probably.
Okay, is 15 to 20% fair then?
No!
That was it.
Lance wasn't as wrong as that poor guy is.
Yeah.
Like,
this guy's like using a compromise.
In math class, 15%. What grades did you get, dude? Like, I can't believe. Have you never talked to anybody like about this issue?
15 to 20%. Is that more fair? I only got to say two things. I don't wish any ill will on this guy, Jeremy. Okay. He seems like he's a good guy. He's good, but good intent. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. I'll say two things. One, if you genuinely believe what you're saying, you should probably resign. This is not the job for you. Following this young man admitted himself to the ER. Do I have here we go. He says, my heart is racing. This has not been a good night. Going to the ER. He then posted a picture of himself getting an IV and then posted a picture of himself in the emergency room. Okay, if you have to go to the emergency room because you were wrong about something, this is not the job for you. And I addressed this saying, I made an arrogant comment about the rate of unarmed black men being shot by police in this country. I own that mistake and I am sorry, I was wrong. He then goes on to mention, Tim mentioned he got swatted, so he must understand this. Show some grace, please. This is the point I made. Look, this is not the job for you if that resulted in you going to the ER. We've had this place evacuated because of bomb threats. We were swatted 15 times, plus several other non-swatting incidents like bomb threats, other fake calls that resulted in forced evacuation and dogs sniffing through the building. I never had a panic attack. I never had a breakdown. I never had to go to the hospital because of it. If that's you, man, and I'm saying this with all due respect, not derisively, I'm saying I don't think you should do this because it gets worse than it is now.
Was he admitted for the same depression John Fetterman had?
I don't know, but the point is simply this. Here's what I think happened. I think the reason he went to the ER, I think his heart was about to erupt from his chest. I think this is exactly what I've explained with the social media crisis. Here's a young man, he's Gen Z. He's probably how old is he? He's probably 20 something years old. So he's 8 or 9 years old, 2008, 2009, perhaps. That was the time when the only things you'd get on your social media feed was police brutality videos. So these little kids sign up for Facebook for the first time, and it's their first view of the whole world in a single picture, and they get nothing but police brutality on Facebook. Companies were making massive money off of this. He then grows up in an environment of BuzzFeed, Mike, Huffington Post, and Vice, saying the same thing over and over and over again. And he genuinely believes, as he's older, there is a current Holocaust against black people going on. Why don't people care? Then he decides to debate it. And he tells people that he genuinely believes, he said that 20 to 30% of black people are killed every year. Yo, I got to be honest. If that was the case, I would be out there with Antifa and we would be like, it's time to put an end to it. I'd be in the Civil War.